Hey, it's Krebsike, and today we are going to be playing, once again, another rotation-proof deck, Esper Walkers. Now there's been some changes. Big Teferi's gone. Actually, let's look at the deck, shall we? I am running 4 Lotus Field. This may need to come down, and I may need to put in some... Looks like I actually need to put in some blue sources. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of blue sources. I have a lot of white sources. So let's drop this back and this back. So we're looking at 8 black, 8 white, 8 blue, and then 2 Lotus Field. And then let's go to lands, and these 4 sets. Let's see, Tranquil Grove might be good. A life land is fine. Let's get 1 life land to this, 1 life land to this. And then we may have to play gates here. Life land to this. And then we'll go with the basics. Basic land white, basic land blue, basic land black. Okay, so that fills it all out. Should be an even number. 2 Lotus Fields, and then I think what may be a star player in the deck is going to be the brought back. You know, we're not playing any counter spells. We're not playing any board wipes. Although that may change. I actually may put in a couple of board wipes. But I think with Saheeli Sublime Artificer, we can put them off long enough to start gaining value with Liliana, and then bring back our stuff with brought back. So if we do have to make changes, we will be making changes in the realm of putting in board wipes as needed. And if you think I'm missing a Planeswalker here, let's go back in here. I got Teo. Teo may be a wrong choice, but 0/3 walls are really good, and having hexproof is phenomenal against mono red. Although mono red is starting to go the way of Cavalcade of Calamity, so that may not be good enough. Muyan Ling doesn't work against Cavalcade of Calamity. Narset doesn't work, so mono red is really not where we want to be. But Saheeli Sublime Artificer just might do the trick, just because every time we play a spell, any spell in the deck, she creates a token that we can block with, and then Interplanar Beacon. Oath of Kaya can take down that 1/3 flyer that gets in for a massive amount of damage when it swings. So we have 1 thing of removal. We may need to add some more removal. So let's get started. Hope everybody's having a good day. Got all my stuff backed up and my extra memory hooked up and emptied out everything, so the computer is going to be running fine. Pros and cons. I'm guessing pros and cons. I already don't like this hand. Everything is a 3-drop, and we start with 2 lands, which is not great. So much better. In the case that we are going up against, I don't think we need Teo, because we have Saheeli, bounce, and, you know, protection, I suppose. Tap land comes down, gain a life, tap land. If they're on the Flyers plan, we're in trouble. They're on the Flyers plan, and we are in trouble. In which case, I think Teferi, well, no, Saheeli has to come down first. She's got the biggest body. Spectral Sailor, sure. Turn 3, the buff card. The reason why I'm not showing... Oh, I guess Healer's Hawk is in... Yeah, it's rotation proof. Obviously, they have to be, it has to be to play this. Interplanar Beacon's good. Teferi, it's time to drop Teferi. Bounce the Empyrean Eagle. Put him off some damage. Teferi's gonna go, but I think we'll be alright. Yeah, this definitely tells me we need to be running board wipes. I think aggro's gonna be a problem. Sure. Alright, bud. It's on you. I think there is some argument to be had here that we might be running less planeswalkers and more removal. You know, more of a actual esper build, more closely related to actual esper. I don't know what my opponent is doing here. If they time out, we are going to back out of this match and kind of edit the deck. I don't care if it resets my progress in the event. I don't care. But I think... No, that doesn't help. Ashiok doesn't help. Teferi doesn't help. Saheeli just dies. Yeah, we need planeswalkers that have removal abilities. And the only one I can think of offhand is Ugin, which we would be so far away from it. Looks like my opponent timed out. Let's get this down. Gain a life. It might die. Play that tapped, plus up to Teferi. I think we're not in a good position here, to be totally honest. Does it lose flying? Loses flying. So maybe Teo would have been a good keep. But I really honestly think my opponent timed out. And that might not even have been the right play. Saheeli probably would have been the right play. And then not plus Saheeli, plus Teferi. And potentially started gaining some value. You know, they attacked down Teferi. They put 2 damage on Saheeli. You know, start getting tokens on the board, but I don't think tokens on the board is where we want to be. Yeah, I think my opponent timed out. So, removal is where we want to be with the deck. I have decided. Yep. Well, I mean, we'll take the win. I don't feel good about the win. Just because I know what the deck is lacking. And I think... Let's go in here, go edit. I think what we need... Draw a card, discard a card is not where I want to be. I don't think. Oath is good. Maybe too many Saheelis. Let's go into... Boom, 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 boom. Planeswalker. And then we'll put white as a stipulation first. Johnny's okay, we don't gain a lot of life. Dovin's alright. Sorin is not good. Dovin may not be good. What do we have for protection? Those are all the white ones. Let's go to blue. Dovin, Ashiok, Tezzeret, we're not playing artifacts. Jace is not great. Whatever that is probably isn't great. -3 bounce, that's not good for that cost. Bolas isn't great. Gabrielle, maybe. some discard, and just some hand hate may be better than Ashiok. Maybe we want to go more hand hate, Ashiok, drop Saheeli, but then it leaves us pretty open to aggro. So what I think we do is we drop off an Ashiok, or maybe all of the Ashioks. Maybe we don't want to mill our opponents. So let's go with Time Wipe, Blue-White. Is there a Time Wipe in here? Wow, okay. Maybe we run all 4. Let's see, destroy. Let's see. Tapping a permanent's not good for 3. Planar Cleansing is not going to be good because just about... Oh no, that's all non-land permanents. Not good. Spark Harvest may be good if we can keep on the Saheeli train, but I don't think that's where we want to be. Maybe Time Wipe is too expensive and Kaya's Wrath is where we want to be. 4 of sounds good. And then back into removal in black. Instant sorcery. Maybe more early game is better. Disfigure, maybe Duress, Vicious Rumors. Spark Harvest, maybe Disfigure is where we want to be. Drop down, brought back to 3. Work on more early removal. I still think Teo's a good include, but maybe it's not. And we bring in removal instead. Let's see. Return creature card from graveyard to hand, or return planeswalker from graveyard to hand. No. Legion's End could be a good include. And Kaya's Wrath, absolutely. Liliana's Triumph forces a sacrifice. Do we even include Saheeli? Noxious Grasp. No. Sorin's Thirst is double black, but it's good removal. No creature sacrifice. Bleeding Edge. Cry the Carnarium is double black, though. That's really the problem. 4 target cards in my graveyard. I don't play Bolus, so that's not going to work. Drill Bit is not going to work. Ah! You know what we run. You know what we run. I know what we run. Bring that back up. Drop in 4 Thought Erasures. Absolutely. Then we got 4 Board Wipes, 4 Thought Erasures. What do we add in? Another Muyon Ling? How many islands do we run? Muyon Ling's not good. So back to Planeswalkers. Let's go through the white ones again. Kaya might be good for a sideboard. Wanderer might be good. Non-combat damage is so good against those Planeswalkers. Other permanents you control. Okay, let's see. I think Saheeli is good for the ground game. Go into blue. Jace. Kasmina might actually be a better include. But Dovin gains us life, creates a creature. Dovin may be a better spot here. Maybe. Do we put in Karn? Is there a world that we bring in a Karn? Maybe? Everything's a 3-drop. 4-drop for Kaya's Wrath. And then we start doing what? Legion's End. Let's bring in a Karn. Let's grab some Karns. Bring in a couple. Shoot over to the sideboard. Artifacts and artifacts. Okay. Let's see. Chromatic Lantern might be necessary. We might want to bring 2 of those in. Mystic Forge would not help. Tome of the Guild Pact might be another good include, just because almost everything we cast. Meteor Golem, absolutely. Godpharaoh Statue, absolutely. But that's it, isn't it? Wow, that's not really great for us. Choose permanent in graveyard that was put there this turn, return it to hand. Man, I'm not seeing a whole lot of good stuff here, honestly. Maybe Karn's a bad include. But Tome of the Guild Pact does make me think if we just put Tome instead. A couple of Chromatic Lanterns. Sounds good. Drop a Saheeli. Drop a... Saheeli would be a late game if we want tokens to win. Drop another Saheeli. And then bring in Tome of the Guild Pact. Get us that card draw. Alright, let's go with this. This may be good. This may be okay. I'm going to grab a drink real quick. 1 second, folks. Hopefully this doesn't bother you too much that I'm editing on the fly. But I think it might be beneficial. Ooh, Thought Erasure on turn 2, surveil out a land. I think that's good enough. I think that's good enough to fairy, draw a card. If this hand works, we're in a good spot. If this hand does work and does help, I think we're going to be in a good spot. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and shock here. We're going to Thought Erasure. What plan are they on? They are on... This can run away with the game. Absolutely. So that's got to go, and that's a land. We can shock, bounce, draw, and then get ready for a Kaya's Wrath, I suppose. You know what? I like this better. Just having Legion's End up. Yeah, Spectral Sailor can get in. It can draw cards, and I would rather it didn't. Hanged Executioner is a problem. But I think the card draw is a bigger problem. And if they spend their mana to get rid of Teferi, then we're in good shape. Right? Because we could just Kaya's Wrath anytime. Well, that's good. That's good. We have no white source for the Kaya's Wrath, or no black source, however you look at it. We need a white or black source. Miscreant. Tome. Let's get a Tome down. Most of our Planeswalkers... Counterspell? What do you got? that all? Yeah. Okay, so that's a sailor and a sailor. So that can hit a Legion's End. They may want to draw a card here, but Legion's End will take care of that Spectral Sailor if Kaya's Wrath doesn't. Right? Okay. So there's brought back. Liliana's good. How do I... Oh! There we go. That'll work. I didn't know this tapped for mana. I'm dumb. Okay, so now we're in a really good position. We're in a really solid position. Liliana can come down next turn. Sacrifice down to 2. Oath of Kaya's good. Draw a card. There's a land. Land's good. You can get out of here. Narset is definitely good. I think this is where we want to be. I think this is exactly... Yep. Yep. Okay, so Tome of the Guild Pact is a good include. The Kaya's Wraths definitely helped. Yeah, I think the changes that we made, second win, ladies and gentlemen, that's where you want to be. I think that's where you want to be. Truly and honestly, that's looking good. I think we're in a good spot here. The Surveil, discard, keep them off their biggest bomb, and just try and accrue extra value. I think that's really solid. So let's get in there with another match, see where we're at. We top deck a land, we're in a good spot. They go first, we get a draw, and we have nothing else to do really. I think this may be okay. We get 2 turns. Like, I know the Shuffler is super biased against 2 land keeps, but I have seen it happen where people pull out of a bad keep, a bad hand. And it doesn't look like it's going to happen for us. Wow. Okay. Blue-white flyers. I saw a lot of blue-white flyers the other day. And then yesterday was, oh, okay, here we go. No, we're in a good spot. We're in a good spot. This is good. Chromatic Lantern comes down. Kaya's Wrath, or Oath of Kaya comes down. Hanged Executioner is dead. Hanged Executioner is good as dead. Right. Well, that's something. Let's get down to Chromatic Lantern. That's fine. Oath of Kaya can go next turn. I think that's creature. Oh, we don't even run creatures, really? So is that the problem? Or is the Spectral Sailor really the problem? And there's Sephara. Wow. They had it, folks. They really had it. Now, if we top deck a Kaya's Wrath, we're in a good spot. Truly, if we top deck a Kaya's Wrath, if we kill Sephara, everything else loses. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these tap for any color, right? Tap for any color. Okay. So I can brought back to Fairy at the end of their turn. Which is also, I think, where we want to be. And then pass the turn. They take down to Fairy. We bring it back on their end step and do it again? Maybe? Teferi's a good way to dig. Interplanar Beacon and Oath of Kaya is going to keep us from dying straight away, sure. So they're going to tap it all down. Interesting. That is super interesting. Healer's Hawk, sure. So now what? Winged Words. Okay, so they're just gonna draw. I think we plus and run the same play back. Yeah, I think we run that exact same play back. I don't think this matters. I think, yes. Because we want to draw into a board wipe, right? I want to keep the one with the bigger loyalty, thank you. Get rid of you. Draw a card. Another land. Lands aren't bad. Pass it over. Healer's Hawk, sure. Safari comes down, I'm sure. Piran Eagle. Ouch. Ouch. So do they attack down to Fairy? Because if we draw a board wipe here, we are in a good position. Either way, we can bounce the Safari and take out the Eagle. And that, I think, is going to be as good as it gets, I guess. Sure, that goes. Brought back to Fairy. Absolutely resolve. Good enough. Turn. And there's Sakai's Wrath. So let's bounce to Fairy. And I think we want to Oath of Kaya. And here's why. If they continue to commit to the board, then at some point, Legion's End. I want to get rid of this and all of its friends. I think that is way better. So now they're going to fully commit to the board. I believe they are going to fully commit to the board. Deploy. Sure, we can loose to Fairy here, and then we're going to blast the board, because when this dies, nothing else has indestructible, right? That clause goes away the minute Safari goes away. So Kaya's Wrath still wipes the board, I think. Yep. And then Spectral Sailor takes down to Fairy, sure. Let's see how this works first. We gain some life. Gain life, don't need to scry. Let's go ahead and board wipe here. Really? Okay. That's alright. Ramp is good. We can Liliana plus, and then if they decide to attack down the Liliana, we can brought back. Or do we? No, we Liliana minus, and then use brought back. Minus again. Saheeli's okay. What do we have left? Not enough for everything. But just enough. Just enough, I think. Get rid of 2 tokens, sure. And then end step, pass turn. Is there another Safari that comes down? That's what I'm interested in. Sailor, sure. Man, I think we really punted on that one play. Because we could have bounced Safari and wiped the board. And then we would have only had to deal with 1 creature. Still gaining life. Gonna run brought back. You can let me know if I made a misplay, but I think we're alright. Okay. Tome of the Guild Pact is good enough to get us back on the board, I think. Oh my god, it's brought back. Oh my goodness. Alright, so they have to sacrifice 2 creatures. And then we can brought back on their end step. Pass it over. So they're definitely going to take everything out. That I know for a fact. But is that where we want to be? Oh, Teferi, huh? What are you going to bounce? Nothing. Okay, they don't want to bounce anything because they want to take out the planeswalkers. Sure. And I can't cast that at instant speed. Oh, we're done. Alright. Shoot him a good game. I forgot to shoot him a good game. Wow. I didn't even know they ran Teferi in that deck. That seems incorrect. But they had it. So I think we punted when we didn't bounce the Safari and then wipe the board. I think really overall, let's look back through one more time. Brought back is where we want to be. I only have 2 Legion's End. Yeah, only 2. Let's see. Couple of lanterns, couple of guild packs. Do we want more guild packs? That's a 5-drop. That seems like a late game card drop engine. Alright, let's give it another shot. See how we do. Again, you know, you make a new deck every single day. You play a new deck every single day. I think Theoric 6 said it best. In fact, when he said it, I made sure to comment on his video. Shout out to Theoric 6, by the way. That dude is great. Yeah, when you play a new deck every day, I think learning to pilot a new deck every day is really, really difficult. I could be wrong. Do I keep this? Is there a world in which I keep this? I have no playables. But if we draw any planeswalker that's a 3-drop, which is most of them, it's playable. Oh, wow. Opponent goes first, we get a draw. I think we take it. I think we take it. We have a Kaya's Wrath. We draw a couple of black sources, or, you know, oh, yeah, I made a mistake. Yeah, I made a mistake. Okay, so I made a mistake. I think we just gave up the game right there. Let's not tell them we are on Planeswalkers. Pass it over. Oh, ooh, buddy. Buddy. I mean me. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, we're in trouble. And a lot of it. Yeah, I can't cast anything. Alright, well, we're done. No, they were on the aggressive. I should have mulliganed. But I figured with a few draws, maybe we'd hit a black source. You know. Alright. That's okay. It was a little painful. But I think I'll get over it. We'll play another match. I have a feeling this match is going to go long. Assuming we win. Assuming we win, I feel like it's going to be a long match. You know, we punted against Flyers, and I feel like Flyers is one of the hardest. And we go first. If we go first, I want lands. Well, if we're not going to get lands, I guess we'll dump a Saheeli with the same open. Ouch. That was super painful. You know what? I should have scoured Barrens. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Watery Grave gets rid of a thing, but I think we can just do that next turn. Or we drop Saheeli next turn, and then we play literally anything and get tokens to block. Right, so let's see. This is actually a perfect learning scenario here. If we drop Saheeli, ouch. Ouch. Okay, I think Saheeli's just correct. Forgive me, I could be wrong. I think Saheeli's correct. I could totally be wrong. She takes 4, and then what? Bouncing a 10th Street Dodger doesn't do anything? Whoa! They just go straight face. Interesting. Okay, so I think this is good. And it has Summoning Sickness, so I can't plus it. Maybe now they focus on Saheeli, but now we have a blocker. I know we need mana. I know mana is definitely the thing we need. You used this before combat. What? Why is that correct? Light up stage. Maybe a board wipe. Well, no, why would we wipe away one creature? Mask of Immolation, Chandra Spitfire. I would board wipe a Chandra Spitfire 100%. Liliana doesn't do it. Teferi helps. Maybe we get a land here. There's a Kaya's Wrath. Pass it over. Do they use the 10th Street Dodger to take out Teferi? If we keep Saheeli, then we can Thought Erasure and hold up Brought Back? Does it even matter? Mask of Immolation. That's a card. Okay. A land doesn't get us a Liliana. But we can still Kaya's Wrath anyway, but we'd still only be wrathing away one creature. At what point is that correct? Plus this, put a stop on their upkeep, pass the turn, let them draw a card, draw, Cavalcade is not in their hand. Shock could end us right on the spot. So let's take that. A land is kind of where we want to be honest. But I have a feeling they're going to go right to face. Cavalcade and 10th Street, I believe, hits the board. Which I don't believe is incorrect. I believe that's correct. Do we die? Yes, we die. I think we die. Let's see those resolves. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pass to blockers. And we lose anyway? I think missing those land drops is what killed us. Submit 0. We could have lived? No. It would have been exact. We could have... No. There was no way. So I don't think there was a way to win that match. I want to play one more with the deck as it stands. And I'll know after this... Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. I'm bringing in more Saheelis just because I think that in the aggro matchup without flyers, having a presence on the board is where you want to be. I could be wrong. I don't know why it keeps trying to park us with 2 lands. I haven't seen Lotus Field the entire game. Can't play you. That was terrible. Why would you do this? Lotus Field is strictly to be played. Okay, we're done. I'm not even gonna, no. Because that was absolute trash. Double mulligan, double bad hand, not going to do it. I'm not going to make you guys watch me play a terrible freaking open after a terrible mulligan twice. Right? So, let's give it one more game. Let's play one more game and see where we stand. And if we need to bring in more removal, stuff like that, I think Oath of Kaya is still good regardless. Maybe brought back isn't where we want to be. Maybe removal instead of brought back. This is better. This is a much better open. Like, why would it not? I don't know. Vampire the Moon. So they're on vampires. It's worth it. It's worth it here. Turn 2 plays, gotta go. Tome is kind of where we want to be honest. Thought Erasure will scry away a non-land. Why is that an oops? I didn't oops. Do you have another turn? Do you have a turn 2 play? You don't, huh? Okay. So let me take your turn 3 play. Yeah. And you can go. Oath of Kaya will sweep up that problem right there. I know it doesn't give us the board wipe, but I don't think we need the board wipe. And Tome can come down eventually. Yeah, Dire Moon, sure. Gain another life. I was going to say if we top deck Allegion's End, but we're not going to top deck Allegion's End. That's for sure. Okay. Okay, and we play this tapped. We don't need it. Oath of Kaya comes down. Go ahead, man. Take that out. I doubt they will disfigure their own thing. Yeah. Okay. So, Kaya's Wrath is good. Black, black, white, white. Kaya's Wrath is on the play. Kaya's Wrath is a play. Legion's End right here would be the best play, I think. Let's pass it over. I'm not really threatened by 2 damage a turn. Okay, double swing. Yep. Spawn of Mayhem. Planeswalker. Brought back, not top decking the land. I think we can take another 2 here. Brought back's going to be good at some point, but it's not good now. Do we lower the number of brought backs in the deck to drop in another removal piece? I'm going to say yes. That's something, all right. Pass it over. So we'll take 4. if we get a land this turn. It'll take 6 if we don't, and we get a land next turn. Because I want Tome of the Guild Pack to be the first thing I play. Drill bit. Well, there goes our board wipe and Liliana, or Liliana. Tome of the Guild Pack. I would like a land. A land is really where I want to be. Yeah, Lily goes. From the battlefield this turn. Great. You know, a land would have been nice. Why are you such an ass? Absolutely. This guy is a complete dick. It doesn't matter, I don't think. Get out. Go on, go. Pass it over. You're literally playing vampires with hand hate and control, and I'm the guy you hate. Okay. You're not even playing like a fair deck, you're just getting screwed over by the shuffler. Same as me. 1 damage. That's great, buddy. Next. Is that a land? Okay. Let's do this. Maybe we can scry up a land. Cavalier Knight. You're a problem. Yeah. You're more of a problem. Oh, look, there's a land. What can I brought back? What can I bring back? 2 permanent cards in my graveyard. There's no point. No point. You were, you know, way deep down in the deck. Where were you at 15 minutes ago? Alrighty. Let's see. You know what? Just in case this guy is going to continue to be a knob, get rid of it. Go ahead. Don't care. I don't care! I can't block it! Play a Knight of Ebon Legion. Yep. Sure. So we're going to take a lot next turn. Take 2 from this. You have a way to kill it? Pass the turn? Nothing I can do. Can't pump it twice, so I don't care. It's great. 5 damage. Is what it is. Yeah, this is going to be a long video. Okay. I'll gain the life. I'll dig. There's a Legion's End. We were looking for you earlier in the match. I didn't lose a permanent, so let's pass it over. None of these are multicolored spells. 18 cards deep in the deck, and we haven't seen a multicolored Planeswalker. No Teferis. Knight of the Ebon Legion, sure. Vampire the Moon, sure. The Knight is the bigger problem by far. So let's Interplanar Beacon, sure, fine. Now we're getting all those lands. Now we're getting all those lands that we needed. That's wonderful. No point in playing anything out here. I would like to draw into something. Taking 1. Yep. Yep. Teferi would be the play. Nice. Nicely done. I love it. I love getting like screwed by lands for the first several turns and then drawing nothing but lands. once we attempt to stabilize. That's my favorite. That's my favorite thing. Uh-huh. Go, bud. Yep. You swing. Oh, nice! Nice. That's my favorite. That is totally my favorite thing. See, 3, 6, 9. In the top 20, I mean, it's not incorrect. It's not outside of the 50-50% land algorithm that they have going here, which I think is trash. There's a Sahili. Let's go ahead and do this. Yep. Oh my god, it's a spell. Tome of the Guild Pact. Absolutely. I will 100% play this. There we go. We have a blocker. So they're going to use one of their whatevers this turn. They might use both. But I think getting them out of their hand... Okay. There's a Lily. That would have been nice. Now, do we let them draw a card? No need to respond to that. Sure. Pass to attackers. Submit 0. Waste your last removal. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about, folks. We can go ahead and thought erase here. Get a creature. Draw a card. Draw a card. There's another Sahili. You're a little late to the party, buddy. But I appreciate the help. You are you now. Yes. Uh-huh. Draw lots of cards. There's a land. There's a Teferi! What? First Teferi we've seen all game. Let's go ahead and keep the one with the higher loyalty. Get a tap land down. Go ahead and cast a Teferi. There we go. Hey! Looks like we are getting to be where we want to be. Let's go ahead and do this. Can I bounce you? No, I can't. Okay. And then blue, white, blue. Yes. 100% yes. Absolutely. Oh my gosh, this is how the deck is supposed to operate. There are all those cards. Wow. What a game. Hey! We dirtled long enough for them to quit. Okay, let's just call it what it is. What a joke. Let's open some packs. Man, I don't want to play. I really never want to play. I hate control decks to my core. Let's get a couple of packs. Hopefully you liked it. Hopefully you liked, you stayed till the end. Saw the rendition. Maybe that was correct. Maybe that was incorrect. I don't know. But we were getting really destroyed for the first half of that game. And then all of a sudden, once the water started to flow, man, the floodgates were opened. Okay. Bag of holding. Alright. We get a rare. And a rare wild. Rare wild. Okay. I hope you guys had a great time. I hope you guys are having a great day. This was Krebsy K. And I'm getting out of here.